Good afternoon, family. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Grab a pen, call a neighbor, call a buddy, call a friend, and let them know that Mike Grubbs, Dr. Norma Davis, and Dr. Leo Davis is on. And we're getting ready to start talking about Clay TV. Clay TV. So I want to give you guys just a few moments just to come on in, invite somebody, share, tell them that we're on. We have some exciting news to share with you on today. Of course, Mike Grubbs, and I have my brother and my sister in the house with me on today.
What's up? It is awesome to be here with you, Mike. Thank you so much for stepping in and helping us launch this new baby, man. This is exciting.
I am super excited, and I couldn't have done it with better people. When I tell you, from the first time that we actually met each other, and we'll get a chance to get into all of that, I just knew something great was going to come out of the relationship that we established, and that was over a year ago now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
And we felt that too, though. Felt like we walked into a room with family.
Yes, sir. And every time we in each other's presence, I light up like a light bulb.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Pastor Norma, how are you, ma'am?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good.
Yes.
Okay, fam. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. Of course, my name is Mike Grubbs. I'm the co-founder of the Lit Television Network. For those of you that don't know, the Lit Television Network is an inspirational family television network that's designed to help educate, equip, and empower people of color. We've been very blessed, very fortunate over the course of the last 3.5, almost 4 years that we've been in business to go from being one television channel to literally launching local TV channels in every major city in the country, which does a lot of things. Number one, it helps content creators. Number two, it helps business owners get their brand, their business, their products, their services out there in front of the masses. And when I tell you, I'm super excited because it also gives us an opportunity to lock arms with like-minded individuals that want to see businesses flourish, that want to see businesses prosper, that want to see content creators get their messaging and allow them to have a voice in the marketplace. So today we have my brother and my sister with us, Dr. Leo Davis and Dr. Norma Davis, the powerhouse team down there in Clay County, Florida. And we're going to take some time today to talk to you guys a little bit about Clay TV, which happens to be one of the newest channels that we have on the television network. When I tell you, you can't meet a more phenomenal, a more lovely, a more love-giving couple than Dr. Leo and Dr. Norma. It's impossible to be in their presence and not smile and not feel like you belong to their family. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to my brother, my sister, the owners of Clay TV, Dr. Leo and Dr. Norma Davis. Good afternoon, family.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm excited to be here with you guys on today. Let's talk a little bit about Clay TV and the vision that you have for it. I know we're on your platform, but you're on my platform as well. And with that being said, I want to introduce all my friends, my family members, and the people that have followed me over the years and introduce them to you all and the vision and the plan that you have for Clay TV. Dr. Leo?
Well, Mike, really excited about this because I think in the TV world, in the world where people get a chance to sit down and observe certain content and everything that comes with it, I think Clay TV is going to be one of those places they can stop and they can be refreshed. They can be re-energized. You know, there's going to be great content as far as positive messaging and all those things, because I think families, back in the day, families used to come together, sit down, look at wholesome television, and not have to worry about a lot of things that would kind of taint the children and give a bad impression on people's lives. So I think Clay TV gonna be one of those things. It'll be one of those things where families could come together, sit down and watch good television, watch good motivational shows and things that will help the children grow, because we also intend on putting content on there for the little ones. I think if you start when they're young and then you can raise them up, just putting a lot of positive information in them, I believe we can assist in not only changing our community, but also changing our world.
You are 100% right. Pastor Norma, how do you feel about the venture? What caused you to say, hey, look, this is something that we want to be a part of?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's very interesting is that honestly, I don't think that I ever really considered being on TV, doing TV. Most people don't know this, and you wouldn't ever know it, I guess, if just talking to me, but I'm extremely introverted. And so to be out in the open on these live little apps here, the blue app and the red app and whatever app, is very, very new for me. And it's a little bit, just kind of obeying God and doing what God has said to do. But when I went live to start with my morning program with Journey Through Faith, I actually was contacted by 3 different networks about going live or about having a show on the network, and I struggled. When we first talked, I struggled with the thought of doing this, but then after just talking to you and finding out more about what it means to actually go on TV, and then to find out what we could not only just do a show, but to also own an actual station ourselves. It was just like, oh my gosh, not something I ever would have thought about. But the more that we prayed about it, the more that we talked about it, the more that we met about it, the more it just seems like it was something that's just, we're supposed to be doing this. It's who we are.
Wow. I knew the first time that I saw you that where you are now, I knew that you were going to be here almost a year ago.
Yeah.
The way we got introduced to each other, outside of Lit Television Network, through the grace of God, he allows me to mentor pastors, ministers, leaders, teachers, elders all over the country. And so I'm a part of a lot of little pockets, a lot of groups. And there's a group of believers with about 2,300 people inside of it called the 5 a.m. Prayer Community. And it's headed by my sister, Katrina Nicole. And one day I was inside on live, and they shared one of your videos. And when I say the power that came forth out of your mouth talking about faith, and I teach faith in 3 languages, and just to hear the way that you were diving and cutting up on that word, I say, my God, who is this woman here? And I started doing my research, and I came on. I'm like, she do this every day? Or 3 times during the week? Listen, we're in the day, age, time, era now where it's hard for pastors to stand and preach for 40 minutes or 45 minutes. And to see the consistency throughout the year. I mean, I don't know how many times a week you do it. I know it's at least 2-3 times a week that you're and just bringing forth a solid word. And I said, you're definitely somebody that the world needs to hear. And it's amazing because we built our platform for people just like you. And then after getting your page, I started going in researching and found this giant that's sitting down at the bottom of the screen, Pastor Lee. And then I started listening to his messages, and I'm like, my God, they're right here in my city. If I don't lock arms with nobody, I need to lock arms with y'all. And that's what led to the phone call, to the initial message. You guys got a chance to come by the Lit Television Network corporate office. And from then, we have been family. And when I tell you, I've loved every minute of it. I love each and every minute of it. Like, y'all are my people. Y'all are my folks.
Yes.
Likewise.
Yes.
And Mike, I think that one of the things that became apparent the more we talked to you, this was going to be a venture that would stretch us.
Come on.
But even in being stretched, we're comfortable with your leadership to say, hey, even though this is territory you haven't gone into before, I feel like we were born to do it because of the leadership and the coaching that you've done. It almost fit us like a tailored suit.
Wow.
And to see all the potential that's available out there to help people, because I think that's what it's mostly about. It's about building something that you can change lives, that you can help people, because I don't know if many people really understand, but when that saying say, as a man or woman thinketh, so are they. Well, we think based on the information that we've accumulated over the years. That's right. Whether we have positive thinking or stinking thinking. Whatever goes through our mind on a daily basis because of information that we've allowed access to our world. Well, I think with ClayTV, this is a great opportunity for us to be able to control some of the narrative as far as what people get, and to be intentional about wanting people to not only get good information, but to grab hold of something that will allow them to live their dreams, to go on and be world changers.
Absolutely. You're 100% right. One of the things that I really love about the partnership that we have together is y'all right here in our backyard. And so all the energy and effort that we put into building the Duval channel here in Jacksonville, now we have a sister station. I can't tell you how many business owners want to advertise and market on the Duval channel, but they didn't want to compete against other businesses that's inside of Duval County. And
Wow.
so, up to my knowledge, Clay TV is the first television station for Clay County. And so now to be able to give exposure to the small to mid-sized businesses so they can increase their market share, so they can increase their footprint in the marketplace, so they can get their brands, their business, their products, their services out in front of the masses. And like you said, so they can tell their story to our people their way without the narrative being spun, without it being taken out of context. And so to be the power to give people a voice in all this cloudiness that we have, and in the midst of all this noise that we have that's going forth, I believe that what we're building is going to provide the people with substance. We become so committed to and drawn to and attached to the surface. And anything that have value, you always have to dig below the surface in order to get the substance. And so being able to pull the filters off and let people know that there's hope for real people that have real problems, that's looking for real solutions. At the same time, a business can afford to put their business out there and be seen as much as McDonald's, be seen as much as Morgan & Morgan, and then to not break the bank in order to do so. It just becomes a wealth for us, our people, and the people that will be associated with Clay TV.
Yes.
Love it.
I love it.
Yes. So let's talk about a little bit of the programming, because all of us are church folks, but we didn't necessarily build a church station.
That's right. That's right.
Let's talk a little bit about the vision of Clay TV. Like, what type of content are you looking to bring?
Well, when we look at Clay TV, one of the things that we want to focus on is to foster education.
Okay.
To make sure that we have good content that once again, not only that is good, but also it's informative. It's bringing some value into your life. We want to make sure that we have information that inspires, because I think one of the things that the world need right now, they need just a little glimpse of hope, something that says you still can pull it off. So I think Clay TV will be that channel, that station that will be able to say, hey, if you're sitting on the edge of life and you just know that you're supposed to be doing something wonderful, we want to be that spark for you. We want to be that place where families can come together and sit down and enjoy television the way that they used to, where you sit down, every week you got this one thing. I remember growing up, every week we were going to be there to see Good Times. Every week we were going to be there to see Soul Train. So we want to have information like that draws the people in, put a smile on their face, because sometimes in the day-to-day activities of life, Mike, sometimes people are so bogged down, they're so depressed to where they just need a moment. If it's 30 minutes, if it's an hour, that they could come together, sit down, and just be refreshed. They haven't laughed all week. We want to put some content on there that make you laugh, because we understand the Bible said laughter doeth good like a medicine. So we want to be those people that come in and bring that type of value to the audience that will sit in front of television and watch Clay TV.
I am super excited. One of the visions that we had when we initially launched the company is 24 hours, 7 days a week, positive programming that not only help to educate, equip, and empower, but to also help stretch people past their current mindset and their limitations as well. When I was coming up, I remember as a little boy, I would wake up in the morning time, and as soon as you turn the TV on, you'd have the news on. And then after the news would go off, you'll have some talk shows to come on. Yeah. And after the talk shows will go off, you'll have game shows to come on. Like, I look forward to seeing The Price is Right. I'm 4 or 5 years old. My grandmama looked at it faithfully. After the game shows went off, then you had the news to come back on. After the news went off, they had what are called soap operas. Am I right?
Yes.
The soap operas will come on. After the soap operas will go off, now it's time for the kids to come from school. They got a cartoon here there to come on. They circle back to the news. And after the news go off, they're going to have some type of movie, some type of sporting event. And then the news came back on. And that was a complete cycle. So for 24 hours a day, you had programming that reached the entire family.
Yeah.
And our culture has never really had that. We've never had
That's
a
right.
television network or television stations that appealed to the entire family. Back in the days when we had BET, it started out going along those lines. But then in order to grow, they had to cater to the young hip hop and the young R&B audiences.
Mm-hmm.
So their company shifted. And then even the movies that they started bringing on, it become a lot younger. So to be able to have a television channel in Clay County, is just remarkable, because especially with the relationships that we have here in Duval Channel, we partner with the Duval County School Board. They're going to send home letters to every parent in Jacksonville telling them to download the Lit Television Network. So what does that do for a business? What does that do for content creators? Now you have almost the whole city of Jacksonville that has access to the Clay County channel. We partnered with companies like Florida Blue. We partnered with Amerispain. We partner with the Mayo Clinic. So a lot of these relationships that we have from these major organizations, if we weren't going somewhere, I can promise you these companies will attach themselves to the vision it is that we have. So these same type of relationships that we're bringing to the table, now we're able to stretch those relationships into Clay County. Now we're able to stretch these eyeballs into Clay County and then really build something that's going to be magnificent for everybody in Clay County, regardless of what side of the track you're on. We have something for you, and we're in a position to help you, your business, and to help get your voice out there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think one of the other things that I was thinking about is that it kind of provides it like this personalized, almost hyper local platform that can directly connect like the small businesses, the podcasters, churches here and elsewhere. And I think that it's just kind of a hub for some people that may or may not have had an opportunity to do anything like this, to go on any kind of TV. And some people say, well, it's just streaming. Streaming is major right now. I mean,
right.
I was standing in Xfinity a couple of days ago and was returning some equipment, and multiple people were saying the same thing. They were turning their equipment. We're leaving Comcast. We're leaving. We're going YouTube TV or Sling TV or these different types of things, Roku. And so it's all these different ways that people are now going to watch TV. And that's where our station is at. That is powerful. It's a powerful medium to be able to reach people right where they are and where it makes sense.
That's right. I absolutely love it. Like when we started the company, we started out with Roku. And just to show you how fast this market is, how fast these OTT channels are growing in the marketplace. When we started with OTT, OTT stands for over the top. And what that is on the back of your TV, you have these what are called HDMI ports that allow you to put Fire Sticks in there, Roku sticks inside of there. It's streaming television now. And when we started and started doing our research, we quickly saw it's where television was going. Back in 2020, when we started Lit Television Network, there were 39 million people that had either a Roku stick or a Roku device. Here we are now, 3.5 years later, there's over 70 million people that either have a Roku stick or a Roku device. Almost half the TVs that are sold out of Walmart already have Roku built inside of it. Then last year, about 1.5 years ago, we added Amazon Fire TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Amazon Fire TV. They have over 50 million people that have their Fire Stick or either that have their Fire Sticks. And then we did Android TV that has another 170 million people. So to be able to reach people literally all around the globe, right there from Clay County. So although the name of the channel is called ClayTV, this is a station that picks up anywhere in the world where there's internet. If people have a Roku device, if they have a Fire Stick, if they have Android TV, or if they have the internet, the capability to go to www.littvnetwork.com. If you click on live television and go to Clay TV, anywhere on the globe, you have an opportunity to see the content that's coming right here out of our backyard, which is Clay TV. Now, for the business owner, Clay TV is phenomenal because just because it's named Clay TV, it gives you access to the local market. But then not only that, let's say, for instance, you own a boutique and you do drop ship. You ship your products and services worldwide. Well, right now, you got people in Africa that are watching Lit TV Network that have access to order your brand, your business, your products, and your services globally. So although it has a local name, it is a global channel that allows people around the world to see all the phenomenal things that's going on in and around Clay County. So I thank y'all for locking in on that vision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that was one of the things too that's just interesting because, we were looking at, okay, so we made the decision we're going to purchase the TV station, but then it was like, okay, what's the name? So we've got these various businesses that my husband and I own. And so we're trying to figure out, do we put it under one of those? And it just seems like the more that we really kind of looked around at what's going on in our community. We live in Clay County, our church is in Clay County, the things that we do, our children are graduated from Clay County schools, everything that we do, or I guess last 10, almost 15 years now have been in Clay County. So but the one thing we've seen is that a lot of things that are there in Duval, we don't have in Clay County. And so our thought was, well, let's do something for the county that makes sense. So it's not only for us, but it's for Clay County as a whole and surrounding areas, obviously. But you've got businesses, you've got churches, you've got the VA clinic here, you've got Mayo. We're doing some work even with our church with the Mayo Clinic. Those kinds of things can people are needing those services here in Clay County, and so our church is a big advocate for outreach. Our outreach director is on the broadcast today. We do a lot of outreach, and I think that a lot of outreach that we've been able to do has allowed us to have a bigger picture for Clay County and have a greater heart for it. And so this Clay County, this station is going to be amazing just for our Clay County residents.
Absolutely. And you have so many people that are expanding and moving out to Clay County. I live in Clay County. I live in Oakleaf Plantation. Mm-hmm. and been there for the last 4 years. So finally to have a television station that can highlight these small businesses that's in that area. That's right. One of the reasons that you have a lot of businesses that fail, because they can't compete in this major market that we have here in Duval County. So to have the capability to meet people where they are, and that's one of the things that I really want to put emphasis on. Clay TV is able to meet you where you are. Don't think because you're on television, it's going to cost you $100,000. Everybody don't have Leo Davis money.
Come on, talk to me.
But being able to make television affordable. The first year that we was in business, I can't count the amount of times that we've had meetings with content creators that sat in our office and literally broke down in tears because of the fact that they knew as small children, as little boys and little girls, that one day they were going to be on television. And then through and over the course of time, they found out it wasn't that expensive to get a microphone. It wasn't that expensive to get a ring light or a light, or that expensive to get a camera. And they began producing content. And then one of our representatives reach out to them and tell them, hey, look, what you're doing on social media, we can put it on television. To see the amount of people that just broke down in tears and cried and said, one day I knew I was going to be here. So the ability to help fulfill dreams has always been a passion of mine, to see people go from one level of their life to the next level. I've always been tired of seeing people just having more month than money, if you will. Right. And so it puts you in a position not only to get your business, your brand out there, but it strengthens your voice in the marketplace. It allows your voice to get you into rooms and platforms that you wouldn't have had access to. And television just have that power. When you do good on social media, 9 times out of 10, some television network is going to come find you. Why? Because the graduation step from social media, you graduate from social media to television. And so now to be seen in that box that most of us have inside of our houses, and then the fact that it's streaming, to be able to be seen through a small box, through a cell phone, or iPad, or a laptop, if you will, it just really, really, really puts us in a position to where we have the voice that we haven't had in the past. I'll share this with you. I remember coming up, my parents really wouldn't let me watch the Cosby Show. And I'm like, why can't I watch the Cosby Show? And there's like, well, the only reason they're on television is because they're being laughed at. And for years, if you're black or brown, in order for you to be on television, you had to be the best of the best. You had to be somebody that had a lot of money, or you had to be somebody that was very entertaining. And now we have the opportunity to level the playing field, give us a voice, but then not only that, put us in position so that people can see our brands, see our products, see our service. I'll say this. If I were to ask you the top 2 cola producers out there right now, 9 times out of 10, about half of y'all would say Coca-Cola and the others would say Pepsi. Why is it? Because Coca-Cola and Pepsi are the ones that understood the more people see my brand, my product, and service, the more they're going to trust my brand and be willing to spend money on my product and service because of the consistency of seeing my brand. I can't tell you how many businesses I've helped take from having not enough to having more enough. And so with these companies, they all say the same thing. How do I get exposure? How do I get people to see that I'm out there in this marketplace? And now we finally have a vehicle that can just help you do that. So I'm super excited. I'm excited about the partnership with Dr. Norma Davis, excited about the partnership with Pastor Leo Davis, my brother and my sister. And I believe that we're going to change lives and we're going to help a lot of business owners in and around Clay County.
But you know what, Mike, while you were talking, I was thinking about how many people, see, it's natural for you to start your journey in life off learning how to dream.
That's right.
I remember as a little boy sitting on the side of the road, and we used to play this game. A group of us would sit on the curb, and cars would pass, and we'd say, "That's mine."
Come on.
You know, or we would go and we would walk through neighborhoods, and we see houses that were where we someday saw ourselves being. We say, "That's mine."
That's right.
But the problem was, we had dreams, we had desires, and in some cases we had gifts, talents, and abilities, but we didn't have anybody to help us to give birth to it.
That's right.
So for me, when I think about what the opportunity presents, is there's somebody out there, they're the full package, they're the real deal, but all they need is somebody to step in and help them to become what they were already created to be. I think that's one of the opportunities that we have. Sometimes some of your best kept secrets don't always make it to the big stage, because if nobody, it's like being a baker. You can have bake the best sweet potato pie in the world, but if nobody know that potato pie is good, it could be the greatest one and still never reach where it's supposed to reach. That's well, right. I think based on what you're saying about the content creators that walk in the office and they shed tears because they see that it might happen now. All I needed was an opportunity. All I needed was somebody to say, "Hey, I'll help you carry this thing across the finish line." Well, I think for us now, it's a great time for us to grab some people by the shirt tail and say, "You know what? We see how hard you've been working. We see that you don't put a lot of sweat equity in. And more than anything, we see that you're gifted, that you have the potential to be something great. And all you need is what we're about to bring to the table. And that's exposure. Let's let the world know how great you are. Let's let enough people know to where when they think about what you do, they'll only think about you." That's the brand that we want to create, not only for ourselves, but for people that partner with us. Say, "You know what? If you got the goods, then let's let the world know that you have the goods. At least let your community know that there's greatness sitting right in the midst of us. And sometimes because it hasn't had the exposure that it deserved, we don't even realize what's in our presence."
That's right.
Woo!
Yeah. And I was thinking about as we talked, I think Mike mentioned it earlier, that even though this is Clay TV, it's not just relegated to only Clay TV, right? And so as I was looking through the chat, I saw a question from one of the baddest marketers I know, Bernice Lohman. And her question was, how can Lohman Creative Services in Savannah help? And so we know that there are people that may be there in Savannah that may be looking to get on TV. And Bernice has a beautiful studio. She is a phenomenal marketer. She does photography and videography. I mean, she does some of everything, right? And in the marketing space, she's a believer. She's a woman of God. She has most integrity. I would trust her with anything, and to see that she's saying, how can Lohman Creative Services help? Oh my gosh. Just, there's people again that's there in Savannah that may not have the ability to create, not have, have their own videographer or podcast studio or whatever. They can go there and get it done, and we can air it on Clay TV. I mean, I think those are some great things that we look at as far as being able to have some good partnerships and to do exactly what Pastor Leo is talking about, the people that wanted to be on TV or wanted to do something great with their lives but did not see it possible. Now you have that ability to be able to do that, even in other markets. So I think it's awesome. So we'll be contacting you, Ms. Bernice.
Absolutely. I love it. Let's talk a little bit about the launch party that we're going to have.
Yes. So we are launching on Saturday, the launch party, Saturday, December 7th, 2024, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Orange Park Library, and that's 2054 Plainfield Avenue. And for those of you who are familiar with the Orange Park area, it's right off of Kingsley. It's a beautiful location there. We're going to be having our whole launch team there. We'll be having some vendors that want to be there. We're going to be sharing the vision of ClayTV. We have some contacts with the Chamber of Commerce and other businesses that we will have. We've reached out already, and some that we will be reaching out to. So that's very, very soon. Next Saturday, in fact, not this Saturday. Next Saturday on the 7th, and Mike will be there.
I will be there. My business partner, EC Weston, is going to be there. Some of our Lit TV network team will be there as well. So we're really looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
Dr. Leo?
And on that day, now, one of the things that I want to ask of all of you that are viewing, help us to make this the biggest deal that Clay County has ever experienced. And you do that by sharing it on social media, by telling everybody that, telling your family member, telling business owners, telling content creators. Help us to get the word out, because we believe that this is going to be one of the biggest moments that Clay County has experienced, simply because one of the main things that's going to happen is going to bring people together that without this event, they would not have ever met.
That's right.
See, there's power in networking. There's power in getting to know people that you don't know. And then when the Bible talks about iron sharpeneth iron, some of you need somebody else that's doing something that you're not doing, but will enhance what you're doing. You need those relationships to get you to the next level. So there's going to be great networking opportunities that's going to be there. We can tell you it's going to be done first class. So we solicit your participation by helping us get the word out and get excited for what is about to take place in our community and the surrounding areas.
Absolutely.
And we will have refreshments and photo ops and lots of good things that we've already got planned. Bernice just asked, can we go live during that? So, because you got people other places, so we can go live during that launch party. It's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
We can do it.
So I'm really, really looking forward to it. EC Weston says they're a flyer for the event.
Yes, sir. I don't have it on the screen, but I will make sure that you have it, and we're going to put it out right after this. I'll make sure you have it.
Absolutely. We're going to flood the marketplace. As a matter of fact,
it would have been nice for EC Weston to come online with us.
He was trying to get back. He had to leave the office, and he was trying to get back here, and he just didn't get a chance to make it back. But we're going to flood the marketplace. Come Thanksgiving, if you got a cell phone, if you're on social media, you're probably going to see more information coming along talking about the launch party on December the 7th, 2024, 6 to 9 p.m. at the Orange Park Library. But we can't do it without you. I'll be the first person to tell you. I've learned a long time ago, a man without a crowd to follow is just a lonely man on the wall.
My Lord.
What you say?
Lock arms. I'm telling you, you got to lock arms. And that's what networking is all about. If you have one computer, you can't have a network. You have to at least have two computers in order to have a network.
Right. Yeah.
In order for that to be a networking event, if you're the only person there, you're just there. You and your shadow. In order to network, you got to have at least two people. If you are a business owner, in or around Clay County, you want to be in the house on December the 7th. If you are a content creator, if you're doing Facebook Lives, YouTube Lives, if you're doing a podcast with just audio and no video, you want to be in the place, because we can really help not only make your dreams a reality, but we can help get you, your brand, your business in front of eyeballs. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Being able to get in front of eyeballs. If you get in front of eyeballs, you can make money. And if you're not making money, it's because you're not in front of eyeballs.
That's right.
So we look forward to seeing you guys in the place. Like I said, share this live. If you're on here, share this live. If you have any questions before we get off, put them inside the comment screen. We'll bring them up on the screen so we can address any questions that you might have. But we're really, really, really looking forward. And then you guys have a website as well. Would you share that information?
Yes. Here's the website is claytv.org. You can go there. It's there. There's a countdown clock there that's telling you how many days we got left before we're officially launching. So go there, claytv.org. And then if you are looking for employment, we are looking to hire some account executives. And please feel free to send your resume to, actually, that's the wrong email address. Hold on, I'll fix that real quick. It's actually HR at claytv.org. You send your resume there. We are hiring account execs, and we will get everybody trained and ready to go.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We're super, super excited. One of the things that I really, really love about you guys is that I know a lot of pastors that know kingdom but don't know business. I know a lot of pastors that know business that don't know kingdom, and y'all know both sides of the coin. When I tell you that these are two remarkable serial entrepreneurs and visionaries. When I walked into their church, Dr. Leo pulled out all type of visions and all type of dreams and all type of businesses and all type of just laying it out. I'm going to do this, that, another. So there are true visionaries, and where there's no vision, the people perish. So I thank God for us locking arms together. I thank God for what we're about to do in this next season, in this next year, over the course of the next few years, because we're going to change lives together, and we're going to help get businesses out there, give businesses out there a fighting chance to earn more money in the current and local marketplace.
Yes,
absolutely.
So
yeah, I think that's what it's all about, because you know what, as believers, so many times we get caught, and hopefully nobody takes offense to this, but we get caught or stuck in the church, and that's it. And we feel like that's all we can do. We need to be in the marketplace. Everybody cannot be a pastor. Everybody cannot be in that pulpit. We need people in the marketplace. We need somebody working at Bank of America that loves God. We need people that's working out there doing what they're doing. We need entrepreneurs. We need that marketplace ministry.
You know, there was something before Dr. Miles Monroe passed. He was visiting a church that we were attending, and he asked the question, say, who would you have been if mankind never failed? And that thing stuck with me. What if there wasn't a need for ministry the way that we know it, but you still would have been born, and God still would have placed something on the inside of you for you to give to the planet? So look at this as an opportunity. For some of you have been pregnant for a long time with destiny crying out. So I want you to seize the moment to, if there's something that you know you should be giving to the planet, I want you to put thought into it. I want you to learn how to invest in yourself. I want you to learn how to take a risk and not be afraid. I want you to believe in yourself and the God that put that gift in you. And I want you to have the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. There's a whole world waiting on you for you to become you. I often ask the question, if you were walking down the street and you bumped into the real you that God created you to be, would you notice yourself?
Wow.
This is the time for you to become the person that you were created to be. Get off the bench, get in the game, and I'm going to answer the question that's in the back of your head. Yes, you can do
it. I love that.
Wow. I think that's a drop the mic moment.
All right.
So don't forget, next Saturday, the library in Clay County Library. We want to see you there. Bring a friend, bring a family member, bring your business owner, bring everybody that you know, because it's going to be something that's going to really impact the community and really help put Clay County on the map for the world to see just how many great things are going on in and around that local area.
Yes,
absolutely.
So that's all for me. Okay, Bishop.
And Mike, thank you
Yes.
so much for everything. For those of you that are viewing, it would be remiss if we don't say how awesome this man of God is that's on here with us, that takes time. He's always there when we call. He's always bring great energy in the room, and he makes us comfortable, even though we've stepped into a world that we're not familiar with. He made us feel like we was been doing this here for years. So thank you so much. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for believing. And more than anything, thank you for watching Journey Through Faith and reaching out to Pastor Norma so that God can bring us together. Thank you so much for that.
To God be praised. I'm just excited. Like I said, the relationship that we have, it supersedes even everything that we're talking about right now. There's just such a kindred spirit. And if there's ever two people I wanted to see make it and go to the next level, it's you, because you have a heart for people. There are three reasons that God blessed us: for our good, for his glory, and the well-being of other people. And you two are definitely others minded. Not one conversation have we had it been about Dr. Leo and Dr. Norm. It's always been about the people. And so I believe that God would always raise up somebody somewhere to use their power, their ability, and their influence to help people. That's what it means to be a servant. The word servant comes from a Greek word, doulos, D-O-L-O-U-S. The S is at the end to show you that it's masculine. But if you take the S out, it's female, which is doula, which is a midwife. So a servant's job is to help mine out, is to help dig out, is to help birth everything that's been sown into. And so I really believe that we have two servants that are here, two kingdom servants that can help mine out, pull out, to help bring into manifestation everything that God has poured inside of you for yourself, for your children, for your family, for your business. So we look forward to seeing y'all. Tune in Clay TV. It's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything for it. All you have to do is register for your free account on Lit Television Network. And if you go to their website, it will give you a direct connection to their channel. It will take you straight there. Like I said, all you have to do is register for your free account, and it's free of charge. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you guys all for coming.
Yes.
Go ahead, husband.
No, you go.
I was going to say thank you to everybody who came out to support for this launch, for this pre-launch and this celebration that we're having right now. Thank you for those that shared. Thank you for those who have already reached out and said that you're interested and want more information. Thank you, Bernice Lohman, for sharing in the Christian Business Owners Fellowship group. Mike, I'm going to send you a link to that group. It's an amazing group of Christian business owners. And Bernice does things not just here locally, but also she does that once a year. She does a meeting in London. Next year, she's going to Africa, and all with Christian business owners. So I definitely would love for you guys to connect. She's awesome, awesome woman of God. And so again, thank you all for joining us on today, husband.
I just did what you just said. Thank you all so much. We love you and really appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you again, Mike. And thank you to Mr. Weston. I know he wasn't able to be here today, but thank you both so very much.
You're so welcome. Thank y'all.
Have a good day, everybody.